Hello, everyone. I'm being really active today, can you tell? Anyways, I'm doing this explicitly, as I have with the other videos, to document me reading the Quran for the purposes of dispelling any rumors or any future conflicts in which any one person who happens to be opposed to me uh, can't call me out as being Islamophobic because, well, those people are idiots. And I don't, of course, you don't argue with idiots, okay? You give a line of evidence so that when your reputation comes into doubt, the people that support you can fall back upon this and say with confidence, no, this motherfucker over here, he a good nigga. You a good nigga. Okay? So, the Prime Minister of Canada is currently in Turkey. I've seen the picture of Erdogan, I believe your name is. I'm sorry, Mr. Prime Minister, or President, rather. And I don't know what your favorite surah is, but we're going to read Surah 80 today in this video. And again, I'm doing this without false pretense. London has been an area of conflict in the past, and it seems to be a hotbed for particular demographics and a place where people want to throw down in someone else's backyard. It is a good principle to never start shit in someone else's backyard. You want to start some shit, start it in your own backyard. Okay? Don't take your problems, bring them to where I live, and then make me deal with it. I think that's pretty simple, as far as diplomacy goes. Okay. So Surah 80 80 is pretty short. 81, 82, 83. I'm going to read through to Surah 85. So, Surah 80 through to 85. And you see the world religions badge here, okay? It's there for a fucking reason, okay? And like in high school, when I was at CCH, a Catholic high school, one of the things we did in the world religions course was visit different places of worship. We went to a mosque. We went to a Jewish temple. There wasn't any like Buddhist or Taoist or Hindu places of worship in the city at the time. That was like 20 years ago, more than that, 24 years ago. And that shows you how much things have changed. I seen another mosque getting built in the place that used to be Wally World, and actually one of the receiving areas for, what was it, Goodwill. So Goodwill, of course, is a charity that deals with the disadvantaged and has a retail store for used clothing. Anyways, so I clothe myself with the armor of God, as it is in the Christian Bible. And so I must carry the sword of truth, right? To cut through all the lies. Because the truth is divine. And that's the way it should be. I'm not arguing for a theocracy by any means by saying that. Okay. Surah 80. Abasa. He frowned. In the name of God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. He frowned and turned away because the blind man came to him. What could inform you that perhaps he might become pure of his sin, or take heed, and so the reminder might avail him? As for him who thinks himself independent, to him you pay regard. Yet it is in your concern if he becomes not pure of his sin. But as for him who comes to you with earnest purpose and has fear, from him you are distracted. Nay, but verily it is admonishment, so whosoever will pay heed to it. On honored leaves exalted, purified by scribes noble and righteous. Man is self-destroyed. How ungrateful. From what things does he create him? From a drop of seed. He creates him and proportions him, then makes the way easy for him, then causes him to die, and buries him again. Then, when he wills, he brings him to life again. Nay, but man has not done what he commanded him. Let man consider his food, how we pour water in the showers, then split the earth in clefts and cause the grain to grow therein, and grapes and green fodder, and olive trees and palm trees, and garden closes of thick foliage, and fruit and grasses, provisions for you and your cattle. But when the shout comes on the day when a man flees from his brother, and his mother, and his father, and his wife, and his children, every man that day will have concern enough to make him heedless of others. On that day faces will bring as dawn laughing, rejoicing at good news, and other faces on that day with dust upon them, veiled in darkness. Those are the disbelievers, the wicked. When the sun is overthrown, and when the stars fall, and when the hills are moved, apologies, I moved on to Surah 81, at Takwir, the overthrowing. When the sun is overthrown, and when the stars fall, and when the hills are moved, and when the camels big with young are abandoned, and the wild beasts are herded together, and when the sea rises and souls are reunited, when the... I'm recording! And when the girl child that was buried alive is asking for what sin she was slain, and when the pages are laid open, and when the sky is torn away, and when hell is lightened, and when the garden is brought near, then every soul will know what has been made ready. Oh, but I call to witness the planets, the stars of which rest and set, and the close of night, and the breath of morning that is the truth, the word of an honored messenger, owner of power and high rank, within the Lord of the throne, one to be obeyed and trustworthy. And your comrade is not mad, sure he beheld him on this clear horizon, and he is not avid of the unseen, nor is this the utterance of a devil worthy to be stoned. Whither then go you? This is nothing else than a reminder to creation, to whomsoever of you wills to walk straight, and you will not, unless it be that God wills it, the Lord of creation. Okay, well, I thought I had more time, but I have to go flog a toilet now. And how about that? We're going to end on Surah 82, the cleaning. Anyways, may God bless you. And may God bless us as Canadians.